Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Alex Quiddick and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I actually have a fun video that brings me back to my roots. It's snowing outside currently, and I've got a bunch of stuff covering what I'm about to work on. So today's video, I'm taking out my moped that I rode around from the age of 15 to 17 when I finally got my car license, and this got me into stance. Now, the average kid that gets a moped, they might have just, gotten a moped, rode it back and forth to school and stuff like that, but I was working a about 30-hour-a-week job at the time when I was 15 years old, and before that even just to buy the moped, but I have about $2,000 in aftermarket parts on this thing, so not your average moped, and it goes about 65 miles an hour. I think the fastest I ever seen on it was 65.3 or something like that, so it's about 65 miles an hour. I actually went so fast I snapped the speedo cable and had to rely on my phone GPS for then on out. But it's a Tomos LX 835. It's a super fun bike, and I'm about to uncover it. As you can see, I've got my work cut out for me, but guys, it's gonna be a fun one. Also, the video is going to be sponsored by 1977 Mopeds, and they're going to be hooking me up with a deal on the parts and stuff like that. So I'm excited to work with them, and I'm excited to get this moped working back to how it originally was. So I realized I'm wearing a nice purple sweatshirt, and it probably isn't the best thing to be wearing out here when I'm working inside this mess right here. It's got to be cleaned up, but it's just a bunch of stacked up random, actually, like Mark V fenders and like just a whole bunch of like skid plates and stuff. So I'm gonna switch over to my black sweatshirt right now. All right, we got this purple sweatshirt, and now let's change it. Oh, perfect. Got this black sweatshirt on, so now when I fall, no, I'm just kidding. Now when I'm working in here and I get all this dirt on me, this sweatshirt won't be noticeably greasy. I mean, it will wash it, but it won't get any stains in it because you won't be able to see them in the black. Alrighty, so it is snowing out super hard. We were supposed to get like quarter inch, barely anything. They just updated the weather, and now we're supposed to be getting 3 inches of snow. Not something I want to be involved in at all. I was hoping in this video I could have at least started it up and ridden it. Might still be part of the process, but let's just start and dig in this thing right now. Little A4 cold start. Got the carbon diffuser, carbon duckbill. Okay. Alrighty, guys, so it's snowing way harder right now. I basically got the moped completely uncovered. I've actually uncovered the suspension from the Mark V when I had first bagged it that I had not moved since the day I moved it. I uncovered the front control arms that nobody cares about, and then one of the rear lower control arms. So I'm running stock LCAs at stock position, or I'm running stock upper control arms at their stock position, and I'm running extended lower control arms. And this is like a bunch of like BMX stuff. It's a weed whacker bike, it's a unicycle, a couple of BMX bikes, a bunch of random skis and snowboards, and then underneath we got the moped just sitting. I used to think that this thing was like the world's best thing back in the day, and I honestly treated it better than I treat the stance car, and it's a real shame to see it out here, but that's like the elements of life. You build something, you care about it, you build something else, and the care for the other thing just dwindles and falls to pieces. So I'm really excited to get this thing at least started by the end of today, go over some of the gaskets and stuff that I'm going to need to order, and I'm going to order that. I got this thing out of its spot. All the Mark V suspension and stuff is over there, exhaust piping, all that junk. And man, I haven't seen this thing out of the garage in a long time. So I got the front fenders off. I've got a KTM SX65 handlebars on there with a KTM throttle cable and setup and all that stuff. I've got a massive McUni carburetor and never ran a filter. As you can see, there's like crazy amount of dirt in there. 70cc kit. I've got a, I forget what kind of exhaust that is on the bottom, but that thing's ready to party. There's the cable that snapped from going high speeds, and I've got some just Japanese, little shocks. But man, I don't know if the back tire's flat or what, but it's got a little flat spot there. And absolutely no fuel filter. I think there's one in the petcock, but Yeah, so this moped used to get like 10 miles to the gallon compared to what it was supposed to get, and it was supposed to get like, I think these mopeds were getting 100 miles per gallon when they were stock. So step one, get all this dirt and this grime off the seat, because I don't need to be wiping up against that. And the snow's giving us some water, so boom, I got my microfiber. Look at that shine, back to our original glory. But the reason everything sticks to the gas tank, honestly, is because of all the two-stroke oil that's been put on over the years. We have the KTM bars, like I was saying. They're basically just dirt bike handlebars that I mounted, and they're super low, and they're much better. It's more of like a cafe racer type of look, but I guess the bike's it's got that whole vibe to it. But I'm excited for this one. Get the seat all cleaned off, get all the grime off there. Man, she's about to start. I know this thing's gonna start. I have belief in it. The carburetor's a little dirty, but I got that big needle in there, and it's definitely a good time. So we're gonna clean out the inside of there. Alrighty, nice. And the fuel is on and stuff like that. I always ran this thing, I think it was like 5-to-1, as crazy as that sounds, but it was always running at like 15,000 RPM. This motor probably makes like 10 horsepower or so. So I've got this simple starting fluid straight from Walmart. Nothing too special. Shake it up. I've used a lot of it actually recently, so we might run out of this and might not have any luck, but let's just hope for the best. Before I do all that, I'll make sure that this is on. That's all cleaned out. I'm gonna turn the fuel on. Beautiful. I heard some movement in there. Open this a few times, let the float bowl do its thing. My return spring is shot, but I'm gonna open that up. Alrighty, spray that a little bit. I have no pedal on this side, so I'm gonna hop over here. That seamer's about to pop off. This thing's jank as heck. It's got great compression, geez. Ready? Ooh, okay. She might start. Guys, this is crazy. I don't have any transmission fluid, and I know it's probably all leaked out, so I don't think I'll be able to ride it, especially with this weather, but man, this is crazy. So I can tell, just by looking down here, the exhaust gasket is shot, but this bike has been sitting for almost 3 years. So the fact that it started, absolutely mind-blowing. But I built a really good bike. Yeah, there's snow coming from everywhere. Wow, this is incredible. Honestly thought it'd be best that I check back in, guys. It's been an additional 5 minutes of idling. The bike has not shut off on me, and it's been running for like almost 10 minutes now, just idling. So I don't care if the spark plug fails out. I just want the bike to warm up and just do its thing so I could sort out if there's leaks somewhere and stuff like that. But wow, this bike had got me into cars and all modifications and stuff and welding and got me to school. I've driven to so many BMX trails and stuff like that with my bike underneath me. There's just so many memories on this. I just wanted to run. No, I'm just kidding. It's out of fuel, guys. But that's a little tester. Look how bad this is. I literally rode this thing nowhere. I literally just parked it, I gave it throttle, and that's all this, the grease and the grime that was just flinging off the chain and from the case, and ugh, no bueno. But I think that since it's leaking this bad and stuff, and like all the seals are basically bad, and it always had a leaking seal on this side, and I changed it a couple times, but I was young, I may have just been putting it in incorrectly or something like that. But you can see the whole wheel is just covered, like it's a silver wheel and it's just black. So the main transmission seal, whatever you want to call it, on the sprocket side leaks. The exhaust gasket leaks coming straight off the head. Bunch of stuff leaks. Bunch of stuff needs to be fixed. And I'm gonna put that list together And in the next video, we are gonna hopefully get this thing going and riding, and maybe I'll have a video where I'm actually just riding it for the time being, because I always rode it like this, but I want to actually improve on it. So maybe we'll have 3 videos or more, but I'm definitely gonna have the video where I'm installing everything. But I think the next video with it, I'm just gonna try to drive it up and down the road, get some gas mixed up and stuff like that. But yeah, this is looking real good and I'm excited. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude today's video. Just remember, this thing is super loud, super smoky, super fast. I know it's a moped, but it is super fast. Yeah, this thing is a whole bunch of fun. I absolutely love riding it, and I'm too excited to actually get up and going, like up and down the road and stuff. We got the purple tilted TDI in the background. I was planning on just parking this thing like right next to it for now, but with all this grease and stuff, I think I'm just gonna put it back underneath the deck. It's been sitting there. I got the hiccups. It's been sitting there for the past like 3 years, so whatever. I actually stopped riding this thing when I was 17 years old, never ridden it since, and I'm 21 now, so 4 years I stopped riding this thing, and I've had it since I was 15, so I've had this thing for 6 years. It's crazy. Alright guys, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, if you loved it, if you enjoyed it, if it made you smile, please like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe share to a friend that might enjoy my stance car or my moped or the next build. We got more stuff coming, hopefully a bigger garage to work out of and stuff like that. But guys, I hope everyone has a great day. Keep on smiling, keep on doing you, and stay positive. Let's do it.